We want to give you a huge thank you for helping us with the building of the brand identity for Manchester Metropolitan Students' Union. The Hungry Caterpillar is a book, a child's book that's read to every child in the world in 1 million different languages. And it's a beautiful, colourful book, and it talks about the journey of a caterpillar through the week, in the end turning into a beautiful butterfly. And it's very reminiscent, or it was very reminiscent, of the journey that we've been through, which started about 4 years ago when we were looking at a new Students' Union building in Manchester. And essentially we've used it to talk about the various stages of the journey. So on Monday, the caterpillar eats through 1 plum. On Tuesday, it eats through 2 oranges. And it goes on until it has a rest period for a couple of years, which is probably where we are now, before transforming into a beautiful butterfly in the same way that the Students' Union is finally going to get its wings in 2014. So when we were looking at brand identity, we held a competitive pitch and invited everybody in to talk to us. We saw a number of agencies, but we found a perfect partner in Holdeners. Essentially, we think of the Students' Union as just a bunch of people who get together to do things, and so that's exactly what we did with the immersion process. We got everybody into a room, we asked them what they thought of the union, we asked them what the union meant to them, we looked at diagrams, pictures, anything that would kind of stimulate people's thought about what the perfect model union would look like, and that was the beginning of the immersion process. One thing that became really clear was that the needs of students now are completely different to the needs of students in the 1980s. The 1980s was a different world. Students now have less time, they need more support from the Students' Union, and they need spaces that can excite them, engage them in the time that they've got spare whilst at university. Getting rich feedback from staff and managers, from university colleagues, and most importantly from students both in Cheshire and Manchester, really shaped our thinking, and I think that shows in the creative process that followed.
The most important part about finding a mark or a logo, whatever you want to call it, for an organisation is getting something simple. In order to kind of get ideas flowing, what we really needed to do was we visited the building, we'd already got a real feel for the people and how dedicated they are to delivering a really first-class service to their students. So the team got together, we started developing some thoughts and scribbles and some ideas. And here at Holden's, we tend to start with, one of these. We'll get the Indian ink out and we'll start playing around with brushes and pieces of cartridge paper rather than start to design on the computer. That's not the best place to come up with an original idea. And in fact, one of the things I say is, the best way to get a really great idea is to have hundreds of ideas. Now, once we've got some contenders, then it gets really exciting and really interesting because we take those ideas and we then start to explore how useful they're going to be in order that we can create something original and something that is going to be unique. The journey took us to what we see before you, which is a smile. It took into account the needs of all parties. The students themselves, they need to express themselves in the pieces of communication that they will be authoring. We wanted a device that would help them reflect their own personality or the personality of the event or the occasion that they wanted to advertise. The smile took us to that place. So immediately when you come across the logo, it puts a smile on your face too. So if you look at the website and you look at how the avatars change magically from one to the other, you will realise that it's truly reflecting the individual and the organisation. We were also looking for a line that kind of summed up everything that they did. It had to be short. So all yours, everything that the Students' Union deliver, it's all yours. It really does belong to you. It's made for you, it's designed for you, it's packaged for you. It couldn't be a better phrase. So the union, all yours, just captured the whole notion of what we're about.